Good morning. We are out here on this beautiful September morning to move our laying hen houses. We do this every single day because we use regenerative farming practices and adaptive grazing on our farm. Our chickens play a vital role in our regenerative farming practices. The cattle that we raise have just been through this pasture to graze about 5 to 7 days ago, and the chickens are following behind them to help aid in the process of regenerating the soil and creating a biodiverse environment and basically trying to mimic nature the way that flocks of birds would follow large grazing ruminants. We move the chicken houses first thing each morning before we release them for the day to go scratch and forage and do their thing. So before they're even awake, we go ahead and move their houses so that they'll be ready to start to forage and graze and scratch through on a new fresh piece of pasture each day. We move each chicken house about 50 to 60 feet from where it was a day previously. This kind of helps keep the chickens from over foraging on one area. You can see in this video where the ground closest to me has been very impacted by the chickens, where they've really scratched and kind of torn up all of the ground here, which is what they're supposed to do. But we don't want them to have too much of an impact, so we go ahead and move them forward to the next section of pasture. Looks like they're all awake and patiently waiting to be released for the day. As soon as we release the chickens, they go crazy over all the fresh bugs and insects that are in this new section of pasture. It's really fun to watch them. There are tons of crickets and grasshoppers out right now during this season and this time of the day. So they're having a great time seeing who can get all the bugs first and who can be the first to explore the furthest from their coop. Within 10 minutes or less, the chickens have already spread out across this pasture and are enjoying all the fresh, tasty bugs this morning. I would say they probably explore up to 150 feet each day. Not only do they enjoy eating bugs, but they also will graze on some of the forage that's here left over from when the cattle were previously grazing. Every afternoon, we drive the gator back to the chicken houses to give them some feed and to collect their eggs, and they are very excited to see us. They swarm around the gator and almost block our path where we can't hardly get through. We supplement them with a non-GMO feed from our local feed store. They're very excited to receive this tasty afternoon treat after they've already cleaned out most of the bugs and insects from this morning. Here, you'll see a few of our hens enjoying a little afternoon dust bath.
Can you let me out, ladies? Huh?
Here's a closer look at inside of one of their hen houses. We gather all of the eggs by hand each and every day. These specially designed nesting boxes are made to where the hen can go inside, and then they're kind of at an angle, like a slant, so the eggs will roll down into this area that is easy to collect them from. Some hens tend to be hoarders, and they like to gather all of the eggs so that they can sit on them.
You in there?
Each egg is inspected for imperfections and damage and carefully placed into these cartons, where we'll transport them back to the processing area. We'll process them, sort them by size, and then go ahead and fill them into egg cartons. Every night we're greeted by this one hen who wants us to carry her to bed. We take her to bed along with any other stragglers, and then we go ahead and close the hen house up, lock everybody down tight, and tuck them in so that they're safe from any predators that might be lurking throughout the night.
You need to be in there? Huh? Come on, ladies. Inside. Let's go. You want to go to the first or you want to go down? Go down.